Well, then in golf, the Joburg Open will be celebrating its 15th anniversary with a new host course in Houghton Golf Club from the 24th to the 27th of November. The golf club has hosted the prestigious SA Open 8 times, as well as a multiple of other professional tournaments. And joining me to talk a bit more about this is Tournament Director Bongi Mokabi. Bongi, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I mean, the tournament going to Houghton Golf Club this year, can you take us through the thinking of choosing that for happening?
Good evening, and thank you for having me. You are correct. The Joburg Open 15th edition is going to be hosted at the Houghton Golf Course for the first time. In 2007, when the city of Joburg first hosted this tournament, a decision was made that no one golf course is going to have exclusive advantage of hosting this tournament when Johannesburg has so many golf courses that are of international standard that have the capabilities to host this tournament. We first went to Royal from 2007. I think we're there for about 7 or 8 years. And then we moved to Wren Park. We're at Wren Park for about 4 years, if my arithmetic is correct. And now we're moving to Houghton. And the advantage with Houghton is that before the course was redesigned by Jack Nicklaus, they had hosted a number of international tournaments, including the SA Open. So in terms of experience, in terms of exposure for Houghton, they are in a position to host this prestigious tournament.
I mean, you're talking about the course. In terms of the course, what can golfers look forward to?
Houghton is not an easy golf course for starters. It is short, but having had discussions with the CEO and the chairman at Houghton, including the DP World Tour agronomist and the greenkeeper at Houghton, including the Sunshine Tour, we've had discussions on how possible it is that we could make changes that would make the course more challenging. For argument's sake, the course at the moment is a 72-par course. What is going to happen? The course is going to be made a par 71. There's a possibility that one of the par 5s could be made a par 4 so that it would drop it by 1 stroke. There's a possibility of the greens being leveled to higher speeds so that they are faster, growing of the rough. So even the layout of the greens, there's quite a number of undulations on the greens at Houghton. For one to be able to know where to putt, you should be able to read those greens and understand the speed levels. So those are challenging things that we are going to be putting up in setting up the golf course. So for professionals, they understand, they've got the experience of playing various golf clubs in different conditions. November is normally a rainy season, and for all the years, I think we've had 2 years where we didn't experience rain at the Joburg Open. So weather conditions are going to be an integral part of this tournament, which then in return makes playing the course more difficult.
Well, one thing for sure is that it'll be interesting to see how the golfers are going to navigate through some of those challenges that comes with the course there at Houghton Golf Club. But who are some of the golfers that are invited to compete this year?
Normally, we don't invite the professional golfers. What they normally do throughout the season, they check both the Sunshine Tour, the US calendar, and the DP World Tour calendar, and determine what golf courses which golf tournaments they are going to play. But in the number of years, we've had the top South African golfers coming to participate at the Joburg Open, and as well as the DP World Tour tournaments. Because we are coming at the end of this season, it is only at the middle of October where we'll have a full understanding of which golfers are going to be participating. But having said that, I just need to add one proviso. Being at Houghton is going to be an exciting fit for spectators in particular, because we can have professional golfers. If we don't have spectators, why are we even bothering doing this? Because it is always good for players to have people cheering them on. But the beauty with Houghton is that it's surrounded with a number of penthouses around the golf course. You've got the hotel at the back of the golf course. So for spectators, you'd have spectators who are resident. You'd have spectators that are coming from all over Gauteng based on the number of people we've had in the previous year coming to watch the tournament. So coming to Houghton, having the 15th edition, that on its own says we will be having high-profile names. If we have a second chance for me and you to have a conversation, I will then be able to give you names. But the fact that we've reduced the field to one field, in the past we used to have two fields.
Yeah.
It's a smaller field. It's going to be the strongest competitors that are going to be able to participate based on their performance throughout the season.
Nice. I mean, it's 15 years. This year is the 15th anniversary, and just talking about the competition, I can only imagine how it has improved year in, year out. But what kind of a role would you say that the tournament has played in terms of the development of many of South Africa's leading professionals?
We have a component within the tournament that we called sponsors invitees, where the city, as the rights owner, including the Sunshine Tour, we have a number of players that we focus on, that we invite, even though they don't qualify. And for the city of Johannesburg, we've used those slots to invite players of color that would not, some of them, if they had not automatically qualified, would use those slots to invite them. Mm-hmm. But also, the DP World Tour and the Sunshine Tour have their own slots where they look at other players across color lines, where players would have had challenges within the season and they would not made the cut to be able to play at this tournament. And then those players, we give them invites. But from the Sunshine Tour's perspective, they have what they call the Gary Player chapter, which is now the set development chapter, where they are basically looking at the financial, the physical development of players from previously disadvantaged communities that are participating in golf, who are professionals, of course. And those are groomed throughout the year for them to be able to play in these tournaments. Secondly, prior to COVID, we used to have a development section where we would look at young kids that would come from different communities and different schools, and they would be coached by coaches from Alexander, from Soweto, where during the tournament would either bring them for further development by professional golfers that would have given what I had referred to as sponsored invites earlier on. Yeah. And secondly, we would have these coaching sessions, and then some of them would then come and have opportunities to either work with us during the tournament, or they would then be given additional responsibilities for them to be able to learn different things. Because we need to understand, it is not every institution that would be in a position to develop your Louis Oosthuizens, your Tiger Woods, your Rory McIlroys and stuff like that. There are other career opportunities that are available within the golfing industry. So for those that don't make it professionally, even though they had played, they then choose other careers. But the scope is wide, it is open, and that is what we've been doing over the years.
Bongi, let's leave it right there. Let me thank you very much for your time, and we're definitely looking forward to this year's edition of the Joburg Open down at Houghton Golf Club. This is happening from the 24th to the 27th of November, and just looking forward to the lineup and just seeing who will be competing down there at the Joburg Open. That is Bongi Mokabi, who is the Joburg Open Tournament Director, talking to us about the new venues that the Joburg Open is going to be hosted at. Well,